cipher and stream cipher, and property of confusion and diffusion. The learning objectives of the session are: after attending this session, you shall be able to explain the transposition ciphers, describe and differentiate property of block cipher and stream cipher, describe and differentiate property of confusion and diffusion. First, we shall discuss on transposition ciphers. Transposition means change the position. In transposition ciphers are a bit different to substitution ciphers. So far, we discussed different types of substitution ciphers. These transposition ciphers are somewhat different. Substitution ciphers replace each letter with a different letter or symbol to produce the ciphertext. We had seen that in case of cryptography, one is plain text, then the key one is ciphertext. These play a very important role. On sender side, the plain text is being converted using encryption algorithm and a key as an input to the ciphertext, and it moves and reaches the receiver. Receiver, who is knowing the key in case of a symmetric type of cryptography, receives the ciphertext, uses the key in a reverse manner by supplying it as an input to decryption algorithm, and recovers the original plain text. After that, we perform the integrity check, whether the received message is right or wrong. In order to convert the original or plain text into ciphertext, we make use of different types of encryptions. In case of transposition ciphers, we are actually substitution of the ciphers to replace each letter with a different letter or symbol to produce the ciphertext. In a transposition cipher, what we actually do is, instead of one-to-one mapping of each letter with some other letter to substitute it, what you used to do. So instead of that, we are interested in the letters that are just shuffled or rearranged or permutes the bits in a block of plain text. The plain text, let us assume that it is P, is split into the blocks P1, P2, P3, on. We pick up each such plain text block and then second block, then third block and fourth block, like that. We represent them into the matrix form. First block being the first row, second block P2, second row, third block of plain text PP, third row. Like that, we create the matrix. In this matrix, we have got rows and we have got columns. We want to move around them. And this is the highest level. That is representation of the plain text as combination of many blocks of plain text and representing in the form of the matrix, and then moving around rows on columns to arrive at ciphers. Now, step by step, we shall move towards that stage. We shall build upon through examples to understand. One example of a transposition cipher is to reverse the order of the letters in a plain text. The blanks in that, because of that, we will get a example that ASIMPLE, EXAMPLE, like that. We will get one string of the letters as a plain text. Now in this, we reverse the orders of letters using transposition cipher technique. Now a simple example, in that sentence, E is appearing last. In the ciphertext, it comes as a first letter. Then we have L when we move from left in the plain text. That is appearing as a letter 2 in ciphertext. When we move from right to left in plain text, we have got P. It appears as the third letter in the ciphertext. Then M comes, it appears as fourth letter. Then A comes as a fifth letter. Like that we proceed. Like this, a simple example, by removing the blanks, whatever string of letters we are getting, that is being represented in the reverse order. This is one type of transposition cipher. It becomes very important. Here rule is reverse the order of letters in a plain text. Let us see the second. Here what actually we do to encrypt the message to arrive at the ciphertext. We look at the statement, same a simple example, the same sentence we shall write. In each word, we are actually, we pick up each word and then we write down the letters in reverse order. For example, A is having only one letter, so it appears as A only in ciphertext. In simple, this is the word. We have got SIMPLE in the plain text. This has been reversed in the ciphertext. We will get ELEPMIS. And third word we are having example, we write down in reverse. So that becomes, when we move from right to left in that word example, E comes first, then we write down E, then L comes, L, P, M, A, X, E. So now for the plain text, a simple example, by considering each word and writing each word in reverse, we are going to get the ciphertext as A, ALPMIS, ELPMAXC. Now we shall take the third example. This is a little bit complicated. So rules becomes very important here. Now, top secret, this word, we pick it up. Now T is font, as far as position is concerned, is position 1, O is position 2, 3 is in the P is in position 3, S is in position 4, like that. So like this, in top secret, there are total 9 letters. We are actually allocating each letter from 1 to 9 positions. Now we are interested in arriving at the ciphertext. Here the rule is, we have to split this 1:9, whatever font top secret are coming, we have to group this plain text as follows. Please remember, this is the rule, transposition rule. After group 1, which shall have the characters have 0 fixed column. For example, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 and 2 we group together. After that, we do not put any column there. So the column in the sense, no fixed column. Now second group is having 3 characters or letters, numbers corresponding to the letters 3, 4, 5 we combine together. After that, we are leaving 1 column, 6. After that, we group 7, 8, 9. Like this, we perform the grouping. Means 2 fonts have been grouped. After that, we do not reserve any column. And 3 characters, 1 fixed column, 3 characters, like that we group. Once we group like this, to arrive at the ciphertext, in the first group, the last font is being made as the first one. Similarly, in the second group, comprising of 3, 4, 5, we bring 5 as the first, then we shift 3 and 4 to the right. Then whatever column is coming, we keep it fixed. We don't want to change. Means after the first group, 0 columns. After the second group of 3 characters, fixed column. That has been mapped as it is to the same position. Then we have got another group 7, 8, 9. Then here we are carrying out penultimate letter as the first, last one as the second, then we shift 7. Means the 3 groups, like this we make the transposition. Now whatever you are getting, 2, 1, 5, 3, 8, 9, 7, this is representing the ciphertext positions. In the original text, in the second position we had T in the ciphertext. Then we have 2, 1. Then in the second group 5 we brought in. In the fifth, that character has been brought. Like that we created it. So from here we map to the characters. 2, 1, 5, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 7. What do they represent? It is representing a ciphertext OTEPSCETR. So like this, whenever we are trying to use transposition ciphers, rules and regulations will be there. Higher the complexity of transposition cipher creation, less likely that the hacker or cipher and the crypt analyst will make sense of the ciphertext which is moving. Even if they catch hold of that ciphertext, they are unable to make the meaning out of it. However, we face problem to get back the original plain text as well. So one side, as complexity increases in ciphertext formation, the possibility of making sense of that ciphertext by cryptanalysts and hackers will be less, but at the same time, for authorized people also, sender side, they struggle in making meaning out of it. Now we shall take another example. In this one, the plain text attack at dawn is the plain text. So here A is represented as 0 location, T as a second location. Like that, for each of the letters in the plain text, we have allocated the positions to 11, total 12 characters. So by applying that rule, we get the ciphertext 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. Here what we have done is, the whatever positions are here in even place. What are the even locations? 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We brought the letters in these even locations and put it here. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So the fonts ATVADW. After that, we grouped all the fonts belonging to odd position in the plain text. So like this, by grouping even positions, after that odd positions, we got the ciphertext corresponding to the plain text attack at dawn. For this plain text, by applying the rule of grouping all even fonts together, we got ATVADW, TAKTAN. Now we shall move to next example. Here the plain text is please help me now. Now what we have made here, we kept P as it is. We moved L to the second row and moved to one portion to the right. Then we moved the E to the third row, two portion to the right of P. Then A, we moved total 3 positions to the right and represented in the fourth row. After that, S comes, which is the third row to the right position. Then E comes, second row to the right position of S. Then we arrive at H. Like that, we organized the please help me now into rows and columns. After arranging this, we pick all the fonts in row 1 first. We are having P, H and N. We write them first. Then we take the second row where L, E, 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 O is appearing. We write it next. Then we have got E, S, L, M, W. We write it next. Then we write down AP. Like this, for plain text, please help me now, we obtain corresponding ciphertext. Now we shall take another example. Here a message, meet me at park. So Alice is interested in communicating this message to Paul in an encrypted form, and after encryption ciphertext will be obtained. So he has used a technique called rail fence cipher. Means two rows will be formed here. To make the row, what he has made is, in the first font, in the meet, then second font has been pushed one level down and shifted to one position. Then E comes. Then fourth letter T will push it down and move towards right. Like that, the meet me at park has been arranged like this. After that, all the fonts in the first row are written first. So we get M, E, M, A, T, E, A, K. Then we write all the fonts starting from left to right in the second row. That is E, T, E, T, H, P, R. Now we shall take another example. We are interested in converting hello world into ciphertext using transposition cipher. So what we have made, we have written EH, then we write E down, then we have picked up third font, fourth font is down, then we have picked up fifth font, sixth font has been put here. Like that we have written. So then row 1 we write down all the letters starting from left to right, H, L, O, L we get. After that second row we pick it up and we write down E, L, W, R, D. So like this we convert the plain text to ciphertext. Now little bit complicated one, we shall move to the next one, the columnar transposition. So here message from Mary Stuart, kill the queen. This is the message. So we remove all blank spaces here and we are interested in listing out the 9 characters in each row, and we create so message from Mary Stuart killed. After removing the blank here, what string we get, we write here in the first 9 characters we write down M-E, S-S-A, G-E, F-R. After that we proceed further, write down in the next row, then remaining the next row, then whatever is left over that is occupying the fourth row. Like this we represent E, then EMRQ, then SMTU. Like that we write down, and then finally as a group of 5 fonts we represent the ciphertext. Now we shall move towards example 9, which is representation of total matrix. Here we shall take the example plain text, begin operation at noon. Here what we do is we remove the blank spaces and we get the string of letters. When we do it, so we are having 20 characters here. 5 character, blank has been removed. Then we are having 8 characters, 8, 5, 13, 15 total. We are going to have this total 20 characters are there. Now we represent them as 5 rows and 4 columns. The first row is having BEGI, then this N is going to the next one, OPE, then from R next, then the remaining font to the next, and after that the next. Like that we are representing all the fonts here. So now once we represent this 5 by 4 matrix, we are making use of certain additional rules. So in the step 2, we are interested in rearranging the rows by moving row 1 to 3, row 2 to 5, row 3 to 2, and row 4 to 1, and row 5 to 4. Like that, when we make around the first one, we move it to the 3rd position. Second one, we move to the 5th position. Like that, when we make arrangement, the resulting matrix is going to be ONAT, RATI, VI, NOON, and NOPE. Once by making this row arrangement is carried out, now the 3rd rule we want to apply. Please understand that these rules only will be ensuring transposition ciphers to happen, and they are unique. It has been defined by sender and receivers. So in this one, these rules have been given, accordingly we are doing. So it has been asked that after making the changes in the row, okay, and rearrange the columns by using the rules like that they specify. So column 1 we move to 4, column 2 we move towards 3, column 3 we move towards 1, and column 4 as column 2. So by doing it, we will get this ATNO, TIAR, GIEB, ONO, and the matrix. Now once we do it, then we are picking up first row, ATNO, we write down the fonts, then TIAR, we write down next, GIAB, we write down to the next, like that we proceed. By doing it, we get this particular cipher text. Now we shall move towards the next concept called other cipher properties. Here we are discussing on 2 things. One is block cipher and second one is stream cipher. Block cipher is an encryption algorithm encrypt in top of many packets. Packet is the check bit and sequence number, go on put all the messages, if fixed size data packets, and then we send. In block cipher, our focus size of each block are 64 bits or 128 bits and 256 bits. Like that, it will be 24 bits of ciphertext. The size of the plain text and size of ciphertext be the same here. So 4-bit block cipher by making use of adding whatever shortfall is coming, we fill the format. Yes. 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 We need to arrive at possible large block size. But last the block size are encrypted. Very important for the security as large as possible. Number of rounds also rounds means all blocks we shall not send in a single shot. Instead of the few blocks we are sending only few, the remaining may not be available to him. Like that, when we are sending the blocks over multiple rounds to complete the entire message, provides and also defining how messages large that also how we are going to split. If any message is big text, then using the key convert the plain text into cipher encryption. Means plain text will be larger, then the plain text has been split into small blocks using blocks encryption, and blocks may be sending, and each of these are being received and put it back, and we obtain the ciphertext. Now we shall proceed towards in text We are not the entire state has many. Here we consider the entire message. The we are sending the message stream of 1 bit byte at a time. So if you send it with maximum bits or bytes. And we pick 1 bit or byte, plain text, convert it and send it. Then second, then convert it and send it like, and the key should never be reused. We should go on changing the key very frequently. If process is holding key, then what happens? The entire mess an ideal cipher known as the one-time pattern. Continuous stream is supposed to be fully immune to brute force attacks. The problem is the one time at that in order to create such a cipher, is key should be as long so in the cipher, since we are sending a message continuous of bits and bytes, and if the cryptanalyst or hacker catches hold of that one stream, then continuously go on picking the ring up and make a meaning. So how we can ensure that he should not get the meaning? So like this small random key, then using the stream cipher, we go on sending key string, pseudo random string. So plain text, then it is being converted and it becomes cipher text. It has moved. The other side are applying so the encryption, that is encryption and in plane. Huge amount of data we have to block cipher. Stream cipher is faster than block cipher. Block ciphers are slower than the stream ciphers. So if we want to have any live stream cipher process the element continuously out one element at a time. Block cipher is used in block cipher requires reuse of keys possible. So application is secure connection on the web, SSL, that is using stream cipher. Then data encryption standard, application database and file encryption, we use block cipher. Stream cipher is more suitable for hardware implementation. Block cipher is easier to implement in software as well as communication channels. Now we shall look at other cipher properties, confusion and diffusion. 1949 proposed this idea of confusion and diffusion. The key whereby it provides no clue between the relationship between the ciphertext and the key. Means total, what is the relationship between ciphertext and key is totally no clues are given. So what we do in symmetric type of cryptography, the key should be commonly known to receiver and sender, like sender and receiver, like that we say. So when we receive the ciphertext, we want to decrypt it. For that purpose, knowledge about key becomes very important. Here, no clue has been given, which is actually giving the relationship between ciphertext and the key. Because of that, it becomes very difficult for us to recover the original plain text after decryption. This will frustrate the cryptanalyst. If a single bit in keys is changed, most or all bits in ciphertext will be changed. For example, if we are sending, assume that 0101010101, we want to send it. If one bit is being changed there, the entire meaning of the message itself is getting distorted. Diffusion. This is the property of a cipher concerned with the plain text and the ciphertext. In confusion, it is a key and ciphertext. Here, plain text and ciphertext. We hide this relationship here. Diffusion implies that each symbol, character or bit in the ciphertext is dependent on some or all symbols in the plain text. If a single symbol in the plain text is changed, several or all symbols in the ciphertext will also be changed. Since one-to-one mapping is there, then there should not be any changes. Diffusion holds if the statistics of a block of the plain text is irretrievably dissipated or scattered across the block of its ciphertext. Changing a single bit in block of the plain text will have the effect of changing each bit of the block of ciphertext with 0.5 probability, because is 0 and 1. These combinations only we are saying whenever to send the message in the digital form. So 1 is distorted means 50% of this one probability is happening there. This will frustrate the cryptanalyst who uses the cryptanalyst statistics to find the plain text. So these are things we wanted to communicate. If now we are all set to enter into the things functionally how it is getting implemented. In this session, the of the uh, text, and we'll be sending it. And block cipher and string cipher, block ciphers becomes very crucial in say the sending the information related to databases and other things, and they are related to software in confusion. If we are like in the relationship or connectivity between paper and text key, what type of confusion it results in, that diffusion. In next sessions, they whatever we discussed in the form of the different ciphering techniques, those way of help in implementing the cryptography that is being sent to our application, and then send the after receiving the cipher and encryption algorithm decryption